As we all know, life is complicated, complex, a lot of nuance, and rarely in breaking stories, especially what's going on in the political climate right now and just real life in America, isn't it nice if you could just get down to some simplicity? Well, in this breaking story, we are. This breaking story, with regards to the Trump administration, comes down to one very simple word, and that word is stupid. You will not believe what the Trump administration just did. Gonna blow your mind. However, not that this would come as a shock, but it's so severe and so egregious that we're lucky it's actually something that's not going to cause World War III, for lack of a better phrase. Rachel Maddow sums up some of the widespreading brushstroke stupidity of the Trump administration thus far right before I show you this breaking story. Take a look.
It was under the same anti-DEI guise that the White House removed thousands of government websites over the last few days, taking down information about everything from vaccines to substance abuse to veterans' health care to census data, because, you know, there's somehow DEI in the census data. And as dumb as that is when it comes to scrubbing magic words from government documents, it's dumb and cruel and perhaps irrevocably damaging when the same logic is being used as their means of targeting people. The Washington Post headline summed it up. I think this Washington Post headline summed up what is actually going on here pretty effectively. Quote, Trump's DEI purge targets federal workers who do not work in DEI. I think it's pretty obvious now to everybody that they are using DEI as a just a pretext. They're giving everything that, unfashionable boogeyman label to try to avoid people in general realizing that what they're really doing is just wrecking the U.S. government, just knocking it down. They want to do things that are easy for them to do. Anything that seems hard for them to do, they stop doing. And they keep screwing up. And they keep caving when people push back.
And if you don't know the wonderful blue-collar comedy comic Ron White, he has a really nice way of summing up this breaking story I'm about to show you. Take a quick smile and listen.
But let me tell you something, folks. You can't fix stupid. There's not a pill you can take. There's not a class you can go to. Stupid is forever.
Yeah, stupid is forever. And that's what it's going to continue to be with the Trump administration, because you won't just believe what email they sent out of the Department of Homeland Security. Take a listen.
Trump administration sent erroneous email ordering Ukrainians to leave. April 4th, Reuters. Multiple Ukrainians legally in the United States under a humanitarian program received an email this week telling them their status had been revoked and they had 7 days to leave the country or the federal government will find you. A Department of Homeland Security spokesperson said on Friday the email had been sent in error and that the Ukrainian parole program created after the 2022 Russian invasion of that country had not been terminated. It was not clear how many Ukrainians received the email. Reuters reported last month that the Trump administration was planning to revoke temporary legal status for some 240,000 Ukrainians who fled the conflict with Russia. Such a move would be a reversal of the welcome Ukrainians received under President Joe Biden's administration. If you do not depart the United States immediately, you will be subject to potential law enforcement actions that will result in your removal from the United States, the Thursday email read. Again, DHS is terminating your parole. Do not attempt to remain in the United States. The Department of Homeland Security sent a follow-up note on Friday, informing them that the order was in error and that the terms of your parole as originally issued remain unchanged at this time. One Ukrainian parolee, who asked that her name not be used for fear of retribution from the U.S. government, said she couldn't breathe normally and was uncontrollably crying upon receiving the email. The woman said she had renewed her immigration status last August and had been told that it was valid for another 2 years, and she racked her brain trying to figure out what she had done wrong to be booted from the U.S. She could think of no reason, saying, "I don't have as much as a parking ticket. Don't post on social media." Angela Bolins, president of IA Nice, a nonprofit in Iowa that has sponsored dozens of Ukrainians, said she knows of at least 2 women who received the letter, one of whom is pregnant. It's a very scary email. All of my families are in complete panic, Bolin said. I'd been telling people they would have time after a revocation notice, but this letter is very different.
Just for a moment, let's change the subject matter of that email and imagine if you're a conservative or a GOP person or a Trumper. Imagine if you got an email like that expressing something similar that might affect your life the way that would affect a Ukrainian who immigrated to the United States, with their country being completely destroyed, exploited, and invaded. Just imagine. Take a sec. Now imagine if you had kids. So what I'm sharing with you is, we're lucky this wasn't an email that went out to, something on a Signal software chat like attack plans. But guys, we're going from attack plans to emails going out to thousands of people that they have to retract, to all of the hirings they now have to retract. It is inevitable. Something way worse than these 2 stories, Signalgate and Ukrainian e-gate, there's something way more severe that's likely to happen. It hasn't even been 100 days yet of this administration. So as I continually say, make sure you find ways to smile, breathe, enjoy your life, take a hike, take a walk, talk to friends, but stay frosty.